All right, so we are talking on probably the hottest topic of Summit this year, all right? And the reason why I feel like I personally started to move towards Instagram, I still use Facebook, and Holly will share her reasons. I was driving my babysitter home one night, and I was like, hey, girl, are you on Facebook? Because, I want to tap into her network. And she goes, no, that's for old people. I was like, dang, I thought I was cool. Guess not. So I was like, okay, so what are you on? She was like, I'm on Instagram. I was like, I only use Instagram to make my pictures look good. So anyways, I started exploring Instagram last summer. I had maybe 600 followers, and now I'm at over 60,000 followers. So
Crazy, crazy. So for me, I built my entire business with Facebook. I had a Facebook like page, I still have it, and I had 65,000 followers there. And that is where all my business came from last year. This year, I decided, you know what, I've got to dive into Instagram, I need to diversify. And so I really started from scratch. And I'm so close to 10,000 on Instagram. Oh, so close. So 65,000 on Facebook, 10,000 on Instagram. 85% of my business this year is coming from Instagram. That is, between Success Club 50 and 100 every single month, between 15, 20 new coaches. So it's not just okay, I'm signing 3 people a month. It's a lot of business from Instagram with a relatively small following and only building since this year. And Jatana, 660,000, that's insane. That kind of growth is possible for all of us. And this is why we're just super excited to share this with you guys, because it's the best way to reach your cold market.
all right, so let's get this party started. So lay the foundation. We've got business profile and we have personal profile. Let's talk about the differences. Business profile, which is what I'm going to recommend you do, it allows you to really gauge who your audience is. You see the little bars next to my name? Go follow me, by the way. Just saying. See the little bars next to my name? That allows you to see your demographics, the age, male or female, where they're located. It also allows you to promote your Instagram page, whole nother training. So I highly encourage you to move it over to a business profile, because there's a lot of things that you can do to help promote your business on Instagram.
So once you get your business set up and you're like, all right, I'm posting all these videos and photos, who is seeing it? How do we actually bring people to our page? So, if you've listened to National Wake Up Calls, we've all heard about finding our hashtags and hashtagging our photos, and that's awesome. You've got to do it. But this tip makes it so much easier and takes up less of your time for you to find the right people. So figure out what those hashtags are, right? Who's your avatar? Who are you talking to? And not 21 Day Fix or even Fit Mom or something. Those are just bombarded with Beachbody coaches. Find the hashtags that represent you and connect with the people who you want as potential coaches on your team. So for me, Top Knot, Mom Bun, I use those all the time because those are my people. Those are the people that, we live similar lives. And so when I look up that hashtag and I scroll through the feed, I'm like, yes, these are my people. You can click the blue follow button. And what that does is it now brings all those people using those hashtags into your feed. So instead of just following one person and having them appear in your feed again and again, you now are getting all these different people who are potentially your avatar customers and coaches in your feed every single day without having to go through and search these feeds again and again and again. They're right there in front of you. And I know Jatana's got her hashtags as well.
Yes, my favorite, and if you've got a blonde bob, that's my favorite, so don't take it. I'm just kidding. No, I follow blonde bob, and no kidding, one, you push the little blue button, like Holly said. It shows up in my news feed. So if I'm kind of in that moment in my power hour where I want to go find new people, I will go to blonde bob, and I look for the girl who has 12 people liking her cute little haircut that she just got done because she's like, I got to post on Instagram. And she takes a picture of her hair and she curls it, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So I follow, and I go, hey girl, how did you get those beach waves in your short blonde bob? And we become friends. No kidding, the last 6 coaches that I have signed all have blonde bobs. So we've got a blonde bob tribe going on here.
So another way for you to get in front of new eyes is using geotags. So when you do a story, you can swipe up, click location. What this allows you to do is either tag the exact location you're in, you can tag the city you're in, you can tag the state you're in, or you can use a search bar, tag anywhere. So I have no idea why, but I have a huge following. I have a ton of coaches from Houston, so thank you, Houston, because I love you guys. But I was able to use my business profile, click on my insights that Jatana mentioned, see that Houston is somewhere I'm obviously connecting with people. I geotag that location, and now my stories show up in the Houston feed. So another quick tip, when you're doing the location, it's initially going to show up as a rainbow color. So that Tampa Bay would originally be kind of a rainbow color. When you click it, it goes to kind of that transparent background. So I always change it to the transparent background, and then I shrink it. You just use your fingers and you just make it little bitty, teeny tiny, and you can hide it. So most of my stories, pretty much 99.9% of my stories, you don't see my geotag, but they're all there so that my stories show up in front of the right people.
And the really cool thing about geotagging, here's an application where it really works. So I like to go line dancing. That's my jam. And she likes to go line dancing too. And so one Saturday night, I decided to go line dancing, and I said it in my stories what I was doing, and I geotagged Centerville, Virginia, because I was driving to Centerville. And in my DM, about 3 weeks later, I got a message that said, hey girl, I'm not trying to be a stalker or anything, but I've been watching you for 3 weeks, and think of this, you're a coach, and you're hearing this, all the red flags that are going to go up. I'm a military wife. I don't really have any friends here, and I really like to line dance, and I'm really not trying to be a creeper, but would you ever want to go line dancing with me? First of all, girlfriend, you can coach for free. You're going to have instant friends, and yes, we can go line dancing together. She's a coach on my team now, so geotagging is vital. All right, so this is one of my favorite things. I make all of my new coaches do this. I want you guys to make this a part of your practice in your business. I want you to go home and take this quiz and take it seriously and literally read the analysis. You guys, I'm a circle. I don't like reading details. Where are my circles at? Y'all go ahead. There you go. There you go. We like to make noise and be crazy. So this is the website. Use the code Beachbody, but read this analysis.
So this fascination quiz is going to tell you, where is your wheelhouse? What is your brand? What are people going to respond to positively or negatively within your feed and stories?
So we're going to set the stage here. This is funny. Y'all ready for this? Picture a Freaky Friday moment. Okay, this is Melanie. Who knows Melanie? Really? Y'all know y'all
only number
stalk
one coach
her.
in the entire company.
Melanie Mitro, one of our top coaches, and then myself, Jatana Jackson, both very successful in our businesses and on Instagram. But our wheelhouses, as Holly said, based on the fascination quiz that we took, are 2 completely different brands. Now, if we want to compare this, picture Jatana being Melanie Mitro on her Insta stories. Hey everybody, this is Jatana Jackson, and it is Business Tip Tuesday today. And I'm going to share with you how to organize your business so that you're super, I can't even do it naturally. You guys would be like, are you going to dance while you teach us that? If you guys follow me, that makes sense. Switch it around. Melanie Mitro. She makes her Shakeology, and she's like, hey, Matt, hold on a second. She gets on the kitchen counter, and she's like, can you turn on some Luke Bryan? And she's like dancing the country girl shake it to her with her Shakeology. Would you guys be like, are you okay, Melanie? What's in that shake? That just goes to show you that two very successful coaches can do things two different ways. But when we try to do what somebody else does, it makes no sense. So if you take this fascination quiz, it's going to tell you what your brand should look like and how people best perceive you. People best perceive me when I'm loud, crazy, smiling, and obnoxious. Do I feel that way all the time? No. But when the camera's on, I turn it on.
So the same thing goes for your feed. Your feed is like your magazine cover. So if you subscribe to Fitness Magazine, I would expect to see fitness routines. I would expect to see healthy recipes, maybe some like cute fitness clothes. But I wouldn't expect to open it up and read an article on how to change my car's oil, right? That would be super weird. So you need to think of your feed as your magazine. When someone clicks follow, they're subscribing just like they would to a magazine. So for me, my magazine is my son Sam and like being a mom, fitness. Fitness is like, it saves my sanity when being a mom. And my business. My business is what brings me joy. And all three of those things work together. And that is my content. And that is how I'm providing value to the people who follow me. And then it's not only the cohesiveness of the content you're providing, but also the look of your feed. Instagram's visual, it just is. And it's kind of the beauty in having an Instagram feed and Instagram stories, two very different platforms, right? Where your feed should be more curated. You should have a specific look to it. So for me, again, my fascination quiz, people like to see me happy, upbeat. I try not to have kind of those like downer posts. It's a positive place for people to come. And that is reflected in the colors in my feed. I keep everything super light and bright. I do a lot of them outside. So we travel all the time. I'm living out of suitcases. So one suggestion for you guys when you're thinking about what does that feed look like, think about your life. Like, I really wanted one of those beautiful, like, white feeds with, like, blush tones and beautiful marble countertops. Like, I just wanted that. And then I was like, oh my gosh, the stress I would feel taking every photo, like, I can't do that. Like, that's too hard. But what I can do is, like, go to Fabletics every month and, like, buy a really cute, bright outfit, fill my closet with super bright clothes. So in the morning, and I like live in workout clothes. I never, ever dress up. So I just live in those super bright workout clothes, and I walk outside and I take photos. Like, there's nothing hard about that. It's doable in my life, and it supports that fascination quiz brand.
All right, so some of the tools that we use to make our photos pop, I get this question in my DM all the time. How do you use that little gritty filter, Jan? That's super cool, and it makes your apps look awesome. It's called Snapseed, and my favorite filter on, where's my Snapseed fans?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not using it, get it now. But I use Drama too, that's one of my favorites. But one of my tips with this is go to wherever you take your pictures the most. I know some of you dudes are like, oh my gosh, do you guys really do all this? We do. Go in your kitchen, whatever your lighting looks like. Figure out which filter is going to work best when you take pictures in your kitchen. That's where I usually take a lot of my pictures, or in my gym. If I'm in my gym, it's a certain filter. If I'm in my kitchen, it's a certain filter because the lighting's different. So take a moment, 5 minutes, to figure out what that is for you so that every time you can use the same filter and you have a nice cohesive look to your Instagram wall and your stories. But like we said, Instagram is super visual. So you got to take that moment in time to actually make your picture pop. And you can see it here. It makes a big difference in what the picture looks like.
Yeah, and same thing here. So my favorite filter is pop because I like it to be a little brighter. There's not a huge difference, but when you're scrolling a feed, there is a big difference between like the mom next door just like snapped a photo of her kid outside and someone who took 10 seconds to brighten it up. And for those of you who don't have Snapseed, I was like super overwhelmed when I first got it. I was like, oh my gosh, there's like a million things I could do in here. Upload a photo. Your first option is like all the filters. Find that favorite filter, just like Jatana said. Figure out your lighting, your background, where you're going to be taking the majority of your photos. Find that favorite filter and start there. And then if you really want to dive into it, there's tons of other options and tons of YouTube tutorials. But to start, I mean, there's so much information just at Summit. Just pick your favorite filter and go from there.
All right, so this is one of my favorite topics, content creation. I know a lot of women that I mentor on my team, they're like, Jatana, I don't have anything exciting to talk about and do 27 Insta stories all day long. I'm so boring. All I do is wipe butts all day and potty train and pick up dry cleaning. What am I going to talk about? There's a ton of things in your day that you can talk about while you weave in coaching and your fitness journey that will relate to your audience. That's what you want. People want to see that everyday lifestyle stuff and that you're also kicking butt, getting results, and running a business at the same time. So some different ideas you can do. Call to actions are a must. Don't be scared of it. Carl's been talking about it nonstop. Call to actions on a daily basis. You can do them straight out, or you can do it kind of subliminally. Subliminally is how you say that. So call to actions, new product launches, new coach trainings, new challenge groups. Those are all ideas that you can do for CTAs. A Q&A style story. These are a lot of fun. Ask your audience, what do they want to know about you? They DM you a question, and you're going to answer it. Hey, Tana, what kind of lashes do you wear? Hey, girl, I wear red cherry number 43. Y'all go ahead and write that down. No, they'll ask me that. I'll screenshot the DM, and then I'll put it in my story, and then I will go either in a video or I'll type it out, adding value to my audience. Diary-style stories are a lot of fun. Work with me Wednesday. Show how you are integrating coaching and your fitness journey into your everyday life, showing the average person watching you that they can do it as well because you're just like them, except for you are actually doing it. Contextual stories are awesome. Sharing brands that you love. Hey, this is my favorite hair color. These are my favorite lashes. Naked palette number 2. I bought this at Lulu's. Tag in Lulu's. You're adding value to your audience. And when you add value to them, they feel like that girl shares, and I get so much from her, I'm going to keep coming back. That's what you want. You want your audience to keep coming back to you. Whether it's about eyelashes, they're still going to come back to you and eventually are going to learn about your challenge group. And then talking to the camera while doing something. This is my favorite, and it's going to sound really stupid, but it works like a charm, especially for the newer coaches who are scared to death to go live. How many do you guys get like heart palpitations right before you're about to go live? And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have an anxiety attack right now. This is what you do, okay? Everybody gets Amazon boxes in the mail, right? I love when because everybody gets them. I get my Amazon box, and I'm like opening it slowly, and I'm talking to my live Instagram feed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's in this box. I don't even know what I ordered. It's probably an outfit or something. And I'm opening it slowly, and while I'm opening it, I'm talking to them about my challenge group opportunity. Very kind of nonchalant, relaxed, and they're trying to figure out if I'm going to cut myself with the kitchen knife that I'm using. But the key is they want to know what's in the box. So they keep their eyes on me while they watch me open a box, but I'm talking about my challenge group while I'm doing it. So it's a great way to keep somebody's attention and not feel nervous because you're doing something with your hands.
Exactly, and one of my favorite content creation ways to get people to engage and to really figure out who's actually like watching, right? Who's really in this with me is through polls. So I like to do polls without like a no answer. Okay, so some of them are questions like, do you like vanilla or chocolate shakes? Do you like Quest or Kinda bars? And some of them are gonna be your call to actions. When they are your call to actions, again, I never give them a no option. Yes, sign me up. Yes, I want more info. Either way, whether you're doing it about another product where you're able to then start a conversation, or you're doing a call to action, you now have an invite list. You have a list of people who are doing more than just, clicking through your stories. They're engaging with you. They're investing their life. That little bit of time, that thought through that, they are now invested in you. So polls are a great way to create a list, start a conversation, and know that they are interested in what you have to say.
All right, this is one of my favorite topics. I keep saying everything's my favorite topic. I just love Instagram, sorry. Attraction marketing. You guys, this is like the moneymaker here. It's called basically curiosity marketing, same thing. But I like to brand the consumable products that I use with Beachbody around me, okay? Because people relate to Jatana, they follow Jatana, not Beachbody, not BOD, not Energize, or Shakeology. So I have branded Energize, Mom Crack. Now that I think about it, it's a little awkward, but it is what it is, and I'm gonna roll with it. And it's funny, because in my DMs, you know what I get? Okay, I'm not trying to be weird or anything, but like, what's Mom Crack? Is it legal? Yeah, girl, it is. It's legal. You can fold some mad laundry with it, too. So I try to share the products branded around me. And don't use Mom Crack if Mom Crack makes no sense for your audience. I guarantee Melanie's not going to use Mom Crack.
Yeah, for me, I use Mommy Juice. And for me, it is morning Mommy Juice workouts, but it's awesome Mommy Juice in the afternoon during nap time so I can get my work time hustle on. So think about, what do you really need it for? Or does your child never sleep? Because mine doesn't, right? So it's relatable. People need it. What are your people going to need the products for in their life?
Yep, so set the stage here for this storyline on how I share Energize, and you can do this with all the products that you use. Story number 1. It's 5:48 in the morning. I've got my phone. I've got makeup on because I slept in it, and smoky eye looks so good on day 2. I get that question. Why do you have makeup on at 5:48 in the morning? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But it's 5:48, and I'm going to get my workout in. Story 1. Next one. Energize label is turned backwards for a reason. I do not want anybody Googling Energize. I want them to ask me what it is. I'm scooping my Mom Crack in. Oh, this is story 2. Okay, I'm going to take my Mom Crack, I'm going to get my workout in, and I'm going to finally move on with my day and know that I've mastered my day. Boom. Story number 3. Usher's on. And I'm dancing around like a crazy fool, and energy is high, and hype type is pumping, and I'm showing my audience the cause and effect of Energize. And they're probably stuck in story 1, laying in their bed going, how is she dancing at 6 o'clock in the morning? What is Mom Crack? I need some of that. So, and that's what they do. They DM me and they go, what's Mom Crack? And I do not say, it's my pre-workout. It's called Energize, and here's my link to buy it. No, I say, oh, girl, do you work out too? What workouts do you do? And I start engaging and interacting with them, finding out why they're interested in it.
So along those lines, I mean, you guys have probably seen, during this presentation, and how different Jatana and I are, right? Jatana can tell you all about her eyelashes and her dancing, and I can tell you all about, dry shampoo and not washing my hair and living in gym clothes and working out with toddlers running around my feet. So, but we're both successful, right? And so what we wanted to show you guys just some quick videos, and these are videos we probably do every single day, right? And they're very different, and they attract different people. I'm gonna warn you guys, last time the music was really loud, so I just don't wanna scare anyone.
Get ready for it.
I lift you up, proceed to party, proceed.
See, what happened there is my kids just got on the school bus, and I'm legit having a party with my Mom Crack. But this girlfriend.
But this is what I'm doing every morning.
So just as fast as I can. The way she fits in blue jeans, she don't need no belt. But I can turn them inside out, I don't need no help. Got hips like her.
So, I mean, it's just so different, right? And my kid is like, I swear people follow me on Instagram for him, like 50% of the time, but that's okay. And that's also part of your attraction marketing is knowing who the characters are in your stories. So for me, I mean, it's me and Sam. It's like me and Sam life, and people are gonna fall in love with all of that. So don't be afraid to share those characters and that life, and forget about the crackers on the floor and the kids' toys around, because that's just real life. Like that's what people relate to, right?
Right.
So, right. Yes. Thank you, moms in here. All right. So, really quick tools because we are running out of time. But on Instagram, when you go into your account, in your bio, you get one link. That one link's great, but when I tell people, hey guys, check out the link in my bio to join my challenge group, or check out the link in my bio to join my sneak peek, I don't need to be changing that link out. So Linktree, go there, use your computer. It's better than trying to do it on your phone. But you're able to create one link that you then click, and there's like a bunch of different link options that you add in there. So I've created a form. You can use either woofu.com. You can create three free forms using Woofu, or you can use Google Forms and create different forms. So I have a challenge group application form, a coach application form. I have links directly to my Facebook sneak peek. But Linktree is just a great way to have one link that's going to allow you to take people to a lot of places if you don't have that swipe up option yet in Instagram.
And if you're a new coach, literally go to my Instagram, click Linktree, and copy my Woofu. I don't care. Like, make it simple. All right, so here are some incredible tools that we use. HypeType is how I make my videos with the words on it, and how she made hers as well. It allows you to add music, fonts, and speed up your video. So speeding up your video, you look much cooler in your workout, just saying. And you can add music. So say you're making your shake and you don't know what song to put, you can type the word shake, and every song that has the word shake in it will pop up, or shake in the title. So Country Girl Shake It, Polaroid, Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture, all that will pop up. And so you can be like, oh, I'm gonna use that one. And then you can put different fonts. You can actually click and change the fonts around and move it around your video. Word Swag is amazing because there is an IG Stories crop. So if you take a picture with your IG Stories, you save it to your camera roll, go over to Word Swag, and use their font because it's different than the Instagram fonts that are offered. All right, so we're going to wrap it up now with this incredible video. Don't leave because this is absolutely amazing. I got on a one-on-one with a new coach that signed on my team, and when I got on the one-on-one, I was in tears. My jaw was on the floor. And this is going to show you why the silliness of taping yourself all day on IG stories, that you might even go, oh my gosh, nobody cares that I bought a tank top at Target. They do. So, because they can relate to you, and that's what you want. They can relate to you. So Stacy suffers from a chronic illness where she can't leave her house, and this is her story.
I have been suffering with mast cell disease my entire life, but it was misdiagnosed. And when I turned 23, my symptoms started becoming more and more severe. And then by the time I was 25, it had handicapped me. I was no longer able to work or do any normal activities. I was unable to leave my house. I was on quarantine. My parents were my go-to people. They went to the grocery store for me and provided me with everything. And even at that time, I was so severe that they had to shower and decontaminate before they came into my house. My doctors would see me outside because anytime I would go into their office, I would go into severe life-threatening anaphylaxis. And during that time, about 5 years ago, on Instagram and Facebook, I saw Miss Virginia. She wasn't Miss Virginia then, and she was just so inspiring. And from being bedridden and so sick, there were some days that I couldn't bathe myself or even walk. I had to crawl to the bathroom. I would lay in bed and live through other people. And she was so inspiring that over the past 5 years, I have just been following her journey. My goal is really about just getting up every day, no matter what your circumstances is, and making the best of it. Mainly just no matter what your chronic illness is, no matter what you're facing emotionally or mentally, just getting up and pushing through and making the best of your circumstances, no matter what it is.
So Stacy is in isolation for years. I didn't reach out to her. She was watching my Insta stories and living vicariously through that. Her family would call her and ask how her day was going. And by the way, she said, never ask a chronically ill person every day, how is your day? Because her day was the same every single day. And eventually, her family, this is gonna sound crazy, her family would ask her, hey, Stacy, what's Jatana doing today? Jatana bought a Target tank top, or a tank top at Target. Jatana went to a baseball game with her family. She was living through me. And now she's doing our workouts. And now she has hope and inspiration. She's watching Summit Live because she will never be able to be here. But she wouldn't be a coach if it wasn't for me stepping out every single day, even when I didn't feel like it, and sharing my journey and sharing my story. So while we talk about filters and we talk about apps, at the end of the day, it's for the lives that are watching you.
And
so
your
get
life,
out there
guys,
and be brave and do it.
You guys, one thing really quickly, it's for them, but it's for you too. Because when you guys find that tribe, like I still feel like that little baby coach, and I found my tribe last year, and we've moved so much. I don't have a huge community. Guys, when you find your tribe, your life changes. So you're changing people's lives, but your life is gonna change too. And you can do it. You can do it through Instagram.
All right, have a great summit, you guys. Rock your stories.